Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are fine. The grammar topic for today's lesson is adverbs. Let's start with the learning objectives. You all have to read the learning objectives with me loudly. Can I identify adverbs in sentences? Can I differentiate between adjectives and adverbs? What is an adverb? Adverb is one of the parts of speech. So let's have a look at the other parts of speech. Parts of speech include nouns, adjectives, pronouns, verbs, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections, and adverbs. So this time the part of the speech which we are going to do today is adverbs. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or an other adverb. Now let's see how adverbs describes a verb, an adjective, or an other adverb. For example, I ate my dinner quickly. Here, quickly tells us how the action of eating happened. So here, quickly is a describing word and it describes the action word ate. Sam sees many puppies outside. In this example, outside tells us where the action happens. That is, outside describes the action word sees. Have a look at another example. My father came home early. Here, early tells us when the action happened. That is, early describes the action word came. An adverb is a word that tells something more about a verb. Always remember that adverbs describe verbs, whereas adjectives describe nouns. And an adverb never describes a noun. So you have to keep this thing in mind. Let's have a look at this example. I ate a heavy meal. Now tell me, my dear students, what is heavy? Is heavy an adjective or is it an adverb? What do you say? Yes, you are right. Heavy is an adjective, as we all know that an adjective describes a noun. So heavy is an adjective, it is not an adverb. Sometimes we add ly to an adjective to get an adverb. For example, the dress is elegant. Here, elegant, an adjective, describes the dress, which is a noun. She dresses elegantly. Here, elegantly, an adverb, describes the verb dresses. So once again, I'll tell you, adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or an other adverb. Adverbs often help answer the questions how, when, where, to what extent. Let's look at some different types of adverbs and learn how we use them. Many adverbs describe verbs by telling how an action happens, like quickly running, peacefully sleeping, or talking loudly. Do you notice something about these three adverbs that they ended in ly? Yes, they all ended in ly. Look at this. By adding ly at the end of adjectives, we have turned into adverbs. Quickly, peacefully, loudly. Where quick was an adjective, peaceful was an adjective, and loud was an adjective. Adding in ly makes them adverbs. Adverbs can also tell us when or how often something happens. Now, then, tomorrow, always, never, sometimes. Like walking now, always happy. Adverbs can also tell us where. Inside, outside, here, there, up or down. Where something happens, look up. Where you have to look, up. Come here. Where you have to come, here. Adverbs can also tell us to what extent, like barely, almost, very, extremely are all adverbs. You can add adverbs to make your details more interesting. Now have a look at this boring sentence. The dog wagged his tail and jumped. Don't you feel it is boring? So you have to add adverbs in it to make it more interesting. Let's see how we will add adverbs to this sentence. Yes, you can say that the dog happily wagged his tail and jumped up and down. So by adding adverbs, you have made this sentence very interesting. You can also say the dog always wagged his tail and jumped excitedly. Now your sentence is interesting. So, you should always remember adverbs are words we use to describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. And they help us to answer questions like how, where, to what extent, and when. Now, there are some homework questions for you. Underline adverbs in the given sentences. So you are going to underline the adverbs in the given sentences. Number 1. The fish swam slowly in the very warm water. The orange car always works better than the yellow car. Today, my sister went to school early in the morning. They often run outside. Now they are playing here inside. We laughed so much that everyone started staring at us. So students, you have to do this in language notebooks. And if you don't have your language notebooks, you can also do on loose sheets. This is all for today. Goodbye and have a nice day.